Hey guys, I'm Deepthi and today's video is going to be like an affordable, mostly under 250 rupees makeup look. I've used really good products in case you were to wear this makeup for Valentine's date or anything. If you had any plans, this is a look you could try out. It looks really nice in person as well. It's tried and true, so I know that. Anyways, wishing you guys a very happy Valentine's Day. So if you have any plans and you wanted to wear something very simple but yet look good and put together, you can try this one out. Me, on the other hand, I'm going to be sitting at home. So let's get started with today's video. Shall we? Let's go. So firstly, to start off with priming my face, I'm going to be using a combination of these two primers, the Mars Hydra Glow Primer and the Lakme Lumi Cream Moisturizer with Highlighter. I'm using the Lakme one because it doesn't really contain any highlighting particles to it. It's just like a moisturizer consistency. So it actually like preps my skin really well. And the Hydra Glow Primer adds a little bit of glow to my skin. So I like my makeup base to look nice and dewy. You guys are wondering why I keep looking towards the right side of my face is because I have a monitor and I have no mirror right here and no viewfinder, so I can at least see myself a little bit more amplified, because otherwise I feel like I'm looking like this. And then taking a little bit of the Mars Hydra Glow Primer, just a little bit, otherwise it will pile up. Like too much of glowy products, the consistency will not match and it will pile up. Just taking a tiny amount of it. Today I'm going to be doing my base makeup first because I'm not going to go really like heavy handed with the eye makeup. So for face, I'm going to be using the Insight HD High Coverage Dewy Finish Foundation. So this is a new discovery for me. I really love the finish of this. This looks like a high-end product on the skin. But I'm going to be mixing it in with a little bit of the Mars BB cream because I feel like this is a little bit dark for me, so it can tend to look a little muddy on my skin eventually, and I feel like it does oxidize on my skin a teeny tiny bit. The Mars BB cream in the shade medium is a little bit like neutral toned for my skin, so just mixing it in a little bit. I'm gonna keep my base also pretty much like light medium coverage, so if I wear this makeup out, that's how I would like to keep my base. Blending it with the Plume P03 brush. I just love how the base looks. It's so natural. Both the products look really nice on the skin, so it's not like you've overdone it. And I'm going to keep the coverage a little bit light like I mentioned initially as well, because that's how I like it. I like my skin to look like skin. And then to conceal, I'm going to be using this Insight concealer in the shade medium yellow NC5. I really like these kind of concealers because they stay in place and they don't really crease as much and they look really nice and natural. So this concealer shade is actually an exact match for my skin tone. So it might look a little bit dark when I first initially applied, but once I blend it out, you guys can see it looks like my skin tone. So if I had to use this for my no makeup day, spot concealing and everything, I would use this particular shade. So just applying a little bit of this and concealing around my mouth as well. Now let's quickly finish up the eyes. I know I'm all over the place, but let's quickly finish up the eyes as well because it's very simple. And for that I have these Mars Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. You guys have heard me talk about these quite a bit. I'm going to be taking this shade first, applying it all over my lid. Applying it on my lid and also dragging it towards my crease. And then taking a little bit, like a light dot of this shade right here, applying it all over my lid just to match it to my outfit color. That's what I'm trying to do. Also blending it with the crease shade so that everything looks nice and blended. Some shimmer shade. You can actually add some shimmer shade from this palette itself and it'll look beautiful. So I'm not going to be adding any shimmer. Also, I'm not going to be filling in my brows. I'm just going to be brushing it like this quickly because I have pretty fuller looking brows, and the minute I start to like sit and fill it in is when it starts to look a little bit artificial. So I like how my brows are. Like I like it this way and I like to keep it that way. And for mascara, my Mars Fabulash mascara, one of the best mascaras I've ever discovered. I use this non-stop. The minute you start to apply like 2 to 3 layers of this, it can look a little bit clumpy. If you just apply like 2 coats of this, it looks really nice and natural, and I like how that looks. Okay, so These days what I like to do is I like to leave my lower lash line a little bit bare. I don't like to add anything to my lower lash line, and I feel like it makes me look a little bit more awake. And I feel like a lot of you guys are appreciating that as well, because I get comments saying that, okay, that looks nice, that you've not done anything to your lower lash line. So what I'm going to be doing is, because I'm going to be leaving my lower lash line pretty bare, I'm going to be taking the mascara and just running it through my lower lashes very lightly. So taking off all of that excess. With that, I feel like we've completed the eyes. I like how it looks, okay? And now moving on to bronzer, blush and highlighter. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using this ITEX Dazzler bronzer in the shade Dusky FS2. Because I want my base to look really natural, I want something that is with a cream consistency and not powder. Taking very little amount of this. To blend all of that, I'm going to be using this Miniso contour brush. And then for blush, I'm going to be using this blush palette that I picked up from Amazon. And this one was for... This one, I don't really remember the price point of this, but I will link it in the description box below. Oops, it is pigmented. Tapping it off. I know the blush looks like it's a little too much, but it will fade away in a whiff. So this blush, if you look at it in the palette, it looks like it has a couple of like shimmer particles right here and there, but it doesn't translate onto the face, and it's really pigmented, and it is a long wearing blush, like it has a good wear time. So yeah, now that there is a demarcation between the blush and the concealer, I'm just going to mesh everything together this way. Okay, so now for highlighter, of course, what else can I use if I have to be out and about and something that has to look expensive? You can use the Insight Makeup Essentials highlight. This is a nice cream highlighter with very tiny shimmer particles. It's not very visible. It meshes on really well with your foundations. So just taking a clean brush and just meshing everything together. Okay, the last step could be a setting spray. If you like setting sprays, like you want to use a setting spray, of course, please go ahead and use one. I'm just going to go ahead with lipstick. For lipstick, I'm going to be using the Swiss Beauty Non-Transfer lipstick in the shade Lust On. This is a beautiful blush pink shade. You can, of course, leave it at this, but I feel like it's an overdose of pink for me. So I'm going to be topping it off with the Swiss Beauty lipstick in the shade Bronze. I love that combo. If you buy this shade Bronze, I'm telling you guys, you can mix it in with literally any lipstick shade that you want, and the end result is beautiful. It's almost always beautiful. Just look at that. So yeah, this is it. This is pretty much the end result. I really like it. It is tried and true. It looks beautiful in person as well. So I like to keep it a little bit minimal. So anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Let me know what are your plans for Valentine's Day in the comment section down below. So if you don't really have any plans on that day, high five. We're on the same boat. So anyways, comment down below and let me know what other videos you'd like to watch. While you're at it, give this video a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
It's in the past, don't you worry, baby. I won't budge, won't judge, that's a promise, baby. Cause we could all use a lifeline, make it last a lifetime. Picture perfect scenes ain't the model, baby. Sliding down the runway, church on Sunday.